Welcome to a beautiful Saturday morning. Today we're going to be talking about discovering your talents.
Yes.
We're going to begin with a series that talks about beginning a business, starting a side hustle, but you have to have something. A lot of people are like, how can I make extra money? Sometimes you can work part-time at wherever. Sometimes you can do something on your own where you can earn extra money, or you can make it your permanent hustle.
Hustles, a lot of people really don't think of those as a way to get out of debt, but that is an amazing way to help you get out of debt, especially when your budget is already tight and you don't have much wiggle room to pay off that extra debt. Side hustles are typically the answer, unless your main hustle, your regular job, could be maybe bumped up a notch for a better pay grade, maybe not. But if it can't, we always encourage people, your main hustle can be kind of like turned up a little bit, go find somebody else that, work for a better company. And that way you're not stretched in your budget, but then your side hustle really becomes a source of paying off debt as well as investments.
Yes. So if you don't know us, we're Jay and Jen, Empower People, Empower Change. We're all about helping you get to your life goals that maybe you didn't believe you can get to. So today we're going to be talking about discovering your talents, and make sure you stay all the way to the end, because I'm going to give you guys something. I want to tell you guys something that you might have to offer that is commonly overlooked. Okay. So stay with us, especially if you're watching us on a rebroadcast. So let's keep it simple. Talent is basically ability, something you have the skill to do. What can you do? All right. Some people are musically inclined. Some people not so much. And sometimes it just takes time to learn certain things. We are in a nation, or even other nations, there's so much capability, especially with the internet, to learn something new. So many books out there. And you start digging up things about yourself. Like, what did you do in high school that was cool?
And that you love to do. Absolutely. I mean, like, if you really break it down, you guys, if you guys just really think about it, people are being made millionaires in 2020 by eating mukbang. Come on.
You're talking about the ASMR?
I'm like, I ain't knocking them. They making $1 million just eating. I know people like the personality. I know that, all that stuff, but they're eating. So if that's something that you think that, hey, I probably can do a good job with this, that could be you got to build up your subscribers too, but that could be an amazing side hustle.
Yeah. Or maybe you can do it live. I don't see a lot of people do that live. Just put a microphone on the stage. Sit there and eat, have people enjoy the sounds.
In the audience. Game changing. Never know.
Yeah. That's just a new idea. Make sure you give us royalties for that one. All right. So side hustles, business. I would suggest if you make it your business, you probably want to make something enjoyable. But some side hustles can be temporary.
Absolutely.
Something that you might not enjoy doing just for extra money. But there are so many, like hundreds and thousands of ideas out there, you guys. I'm pretty sure you can find something. Chances are, statistically, you can find something you enjoy.
Absolutely. And I think I like when we talk about enjoyable or not enjoyable, because even though something might not be as enjoyable, if it's something you're just good at, like you're just great at it, and people seem to come to you for it, and you're able to sell it, you're able to provide that service. I would say this: sometimes temporary, non-enjoyable things are worth it to get out of debt, to build up investments, and then think of it like this: in the future, you'll be able to do things that you do enjoy. So it's like temporarily pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be an end. Hey, I'm not going to do this forever. And literally, you guys think about it like this. If you end up not enjoying it at all, you can either sell the business or whatever you're doing, sell it, or go teach someone else to do it, have them in business with you, and they just do all that, and you just take a cut. Like, there's so many different things that you can do. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that are amazing, have amazing skills. They just don't like to do that stuff. So it's like, hey, teach somebody and have them work for you, or just sell the business after you build it up. There are a lot of businessmen out there that actually sell businesses like that.
So a lot of times, like what my wife is saying, essentially, it could be something you're already good at. People recognizing it, like, wait, you really want me to do this? Like, you would pay me for this, or to come back and do it again? Like, you might do something for somebody, be like, they really value it. And then you have to value it yourself. You have to be like, hey, I'm worth getting paid for this, because you are. It's a talent, it's an ability, and you're serving somebody with it.
Yeah. And I know, like, we live in such an entertainment culture, and everything has to feel good and I have to be excited about it. Not really. You know, look at your goals. Look at the end goal here. And if the end goal is worth doing something that's not enjoyable, now we're talking about things that are safe, things that are just not ungodly. We're going to say that too. We're talking about things that are like just everyday, normal things that you can do with your life. Okay. Not things illegal or at all. Okay.
Let's give them some ideas here. Okay.
Yes.
So you want to talk a little bit about Etsy?
Etsy. Oh my gosh.
My friend Etsy.
Etsy. A lot of people don't. I think some people know about it. Some people don't. Etsy and other platforms like that, and what I call web platforms, that you can sell things. The company does take a cut, but they cut out you having to text message people, call people. They just go to the site, put in the order you have. They have shipping they pay for. They pay for all their stuff. All you get is like kind of like an invoice of where to ship your item to. They'll order it specifically what they want, because it takes some work. I'm not gonna lie. It does take some work, because you got to put your stuff on the website and price it. But then it's there. And then people can just go there and you can be like, hey, all my work is on Etsy. And they'll go there. You give them your ID or whatever, your name, and they'll purchase it. They'll pay for shipping and all that. And you just get that information, print out, go to the mailman, whatever service you use, UPS, USPS, and you sell it. I mean, you get the shipping label, fill it out, and you send it off. And there's also like side hustles like t-shirts. There's people that make t-shirts. There's like, on Etsy too. People make t-shirts on Etsy. And that just actually also, it broadens out your market, because Etsy is worldwide. All right. So you're now able to sell things anywhere. I don't know. I can't say worldwide. I think it is worldwide, but I know it's in America. Nationally, you can do it nationally at least, versus your local area.
Something unique, and if you just listen, if you just type in, go in the search engine, type in ideas for side hustle. And when we say side hustle, like I said, that could be your business too. That could turn into your main business. Sometimes it's just about go ahead and start it. See if you have an interest, see if it's something you enjoy, see if something you want to do. A lot of times we spend over analyzing. So just do it. Ask some of your friends, hey, what do you think I can do? And I'm going to give you guys a clue at the end, like I told you. But another thing is I read about book flipping. Some people take old books and they resell them. I guess they get them from garage sales, or they get them from flea markets, and they make money off of old books. Now, don't do this. Like, don't go up to the library, you guys, and start pulling books off the shelf and try to do that. Nothing like that, okay? Yeah. But you get old books, and people can make hundreds of dollars off of doing this if you become skilled at it. So that's just a unique idea that
we just bought. My mom wanted a dictionary, a 1980 Webster's dictionary, because it was like one of her favorites.
Sounds like the original.
But it was a 1980 dictionary, right? But there's people out there that are looking for 1980 dictionaries. So these old books, I'm telling you, you can resell stuff like that. So book flipping is a thing. Yeah. And I just want to add to, like, a lot of people think, they could just go down the street to like a book resale store. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to leave their house. Just dropping that on you. There's a lot of people, they do not want to leave their house, and they want everything shipped to them. Groceries, items, Amazon.
Especially because of COVID right now.
Yeah. So, and even beyond COVID, just normal people don't leave their house. And if you sell a Moby Dick book from 1950, if they want that edition, they'll pay $30 for it. So I just want to make sure like people understand, like, don't think that it's not possible, because anything you put your mind to is possible. YouTube it, find people that are doing what you're interested in to see if it's worth it, see what they're doing. People are like, oh, I'm copying. Listen, copying is a compliment. Okay. You're not doing it. Okay. That's what's you're not doing it. You need to be doing it. So there's how many billions of people in the world too, Jay? Billions.
Yes.
Everybody's a customer.
I don't know the count offhand.
Like 300, I don't know, billions. But
I'm just looking up some ideas while I'm talking to you. Like you just go search computer tutoring. Okay. You might be more skilled at computers than other people. Like maybe typically older, I want to say older folks, but I don't want to insult anybody because older folks can still do technology. But typically a lot of people don't really know. And we might know like Excel and Word and PowerPoint and all of that. Somebody be like, hey, can you teach me that? And if it's valuable to them, you can get paid for it.
Absolutely. Like even like setting up, if you're really good at PowerPoint and you can offer at your church or a community center, hey, I'm going to have a PowerPoint class, $5. Who wants to know that? And then make it offer for high school kids, college kids. You know, a lot of parents look for stuff for their kids to learn. They want the kids out of the house. So they will pay to get the kids out of the house. So you put up a poster or something saying, hey, I'm going to teach Microsoft Word. I'm going to teach PowerPoint. I'm going to teach Excel. And you probably will get customers. All right.
Do you know how to play the saxophone? Are you pretty good at it? Maybe we get a good gigs playing background music for like a wedding or play it for someone's event that they're having. That's an idea. They might want some live background music, or you might be able to teach somebody else. If you fell off the instrument, you can pick it back up and be like, hey, I can do piano lessons. And you get paid good money doing piano lessons.
And you could and don't think that you have to go all the way to Mozart. No. Or Beethoven. You can be, I'm a beginner's instructor.
Do you know the basics?
Yeah, I'm a basic instructor. I teach 5-year-olds the basics, how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb and all those little basic ones, because you've now taught them the basics. And now you can say, okay, your child is ready for a more advanced instructor. But I just paid you for your basic information because I don't have the time to do it.
If people like you and trust you,
your personality,
you believe in what you do, it is about that. You know, people have to like you. And if they like you and they believe in what you do, they trust you, then you have a customer, essentially.
Yes, personality has a lot to do with it too. People like the skill and the services, the person behind the skill and service. That's who they like. If you have a great, amazing skill, but you're a jerk, they're not going to call you back. All right. I'm just saying. So
musician, performers, I think on the image, I put a mime on there. So, I mean, that's clowns. There's still people that are clowns, you guys.
Yes.
So there's still people like clowns. So yes, let's move on. So did you want to add anything else?
No,
any other kind of ideas to that? Carpet cleaning. There's so much you can do. Part of that is
so much
painting.
Yes.
Yeah. But not just canvases. I mean, like painting somebody's house. Some people you have to have patience to paint a house.
Yes.
Like I think I used to enjoy painting more, but now it's like I have to measure. Do I want to spend all that time? Do you want to spend all that time doing the painting? So that's just like a common skill, which is kind of segueing into what we're getting next.
But I want to add, since you said painting, I want to be an encouragement to all of my artists out there. Okay, if you are an artist and you feel like, oh, I'm not selling my art, I'm not, people aren't buying, you have to learn to market differently. I have people that I know on my social media, they're marketing their artistry with furniture designs in the background. They have there's apps out there where you can put your paintings behind, in someone's house, like a fake house.
Place it.
Yeah, place it. And they're selling their artwork. And it's like that era of selling artwork is not dead. You just have to bump it up a notch with the 2020 year to do it the way people are getting it.
Some people do phone cases, and you can put your art there. There's a lot of stuff you can do.
Yes, putting it where people will appreciate it, or they'll use multi-use. They'll enjoy your artwork, and they'll be able to drink from it. Use their phone with it. With the shirts and
drop shipping and
my gosh,
you can put it on a bunch of stuff. Cups.
Yes,
There's a lot you can do with your art these days.
Absolutely.
So just think out of the box.
Enjoy
box. Researching it. But ultimately, this video is meant to encourage you guys in it. Okay. But before we end, like I said, the important point that we're going to get into right now, some ideas that are not that unique, but effective. Okay. So what can you do commonly every day, or what can you do that will just make somebody's day easier? So we're talking about convenience. Have you cleaned your house before? You think you could clean somebody else's house? Have you drove a car? You think you could pick up groceries and bring them to somebody or give someone a ride? Have you washed a car? How deep do you want to go into that? Do you think that somebody can be willing to pay you for that? So some of these things that we do on a regular basis, we could just make somebody else's job easier and they would appreciate it.
Now, I know people get intimidated by, oh, well, you know, there's all these name brand companies out there that people can do grocery shopping. What existed before those companies? Everyday people shopping for other people, and those people just paid them. You know, these companies, I can list them out, but these companies, they charge service fees. They charge, tip is necessary, but they charge a little bit extra fees for you using their service. Well, offer it to someone in your church or community. Say, hey, I'll do your grocery shopping for $20 or $30, you know, and you're cutting cost of what them having to sign up, sign up to be a part of this company and pay service fees, but you're just doing it on the side. And if someone knows that, hey, one thing I can't stand, I'm so sorry. One thing I can't stand is the people have not been able to get my produce right. I'm almost like, I would just rather pay somebody that can get my produce right. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not with the company, but somebody else, you know? So think of that. Think outside the box. Like, don't be intimidated by other companies. You are you. People might like you. People trust you with their food. You know, somebody might lick your apple. Just kidding. No, we'll just remember that.
I don't want to remember that.
I'm confident in food.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
So basically, essentially, I want to make sure that you guys understand that there are simple things you could do like that.
Yes.
And when it comes to a business or a side hustle, sometimes it's just starting something that could build into something else. You know, you might just start by washing somebody's car, and that might turn into a couple years later, you're hiring other people because it's getting big. People like your work. They believe in you. They know you. They like you. They trust you.
Yes.
With your car. But you have to start somewhere. Okay. Like I said, there's tons of ideas.
Yeah. And you're discovering your talents. There's something in you. If you're like, I have no talent, that's a lie. Everybody can do something. Okay. Maybe you're good at the job you have now. Can you teach that to other people? Yeah.
Or is there some dynamic you can translate from what you do now to teaching it to other people? Maybe it's customer service. You know, can you have if you're good at, let's say you work at a fast food restaurant, you know, you may I can't bring people in the restaurant to teach them how to cook. Otherwise they'd be working here. Maybe I could teach them how to do customer service well.
Yes.
If you get a lot of good reviews at your place, then you might be like, hey, this is kind of my resume. My boss thinks this is, I can host small classes, or I can do this. There's a ton of stuff you can do. And then you might become a public speaker. You see how this stuff can build?
Yeah.
But you got to start somewhere.
Proofreading, writing, blogging. If you like to type stories, people pay to look at that stuff. Companies pay. There is a crazy talent. This lady just reads books to people. Like they I don't know what kind of web platform she uses, but people pay books to hear her read. Pay her to hear her read books.
Do they request which book and stuff?
Yes, they just choose what book, and she just sits there and reads live. Nothing kinky. She just reads.
That's interesting.
And I'm just like, it's 2020.
2020.
You can do
opportunity.
anything.
Opportunity.
Yes.
Okay. So
you pay me to read to you?
Yeah. Do that. So basically, you have something to give or offer. Let us know in the comments what you feel like you have to give, or maybe there's a thought. Just spend some time. Take some time out, maybe this weekend, for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and just start to jot out ideas of different things you can do, or look it up, research. You'd be surprised. Like, I didn't even know about that whole reading thing. That'd be a cool thing to get into. I would enjoy reading books to people.
Get paid.
Yeah. And to end with this, all right? Yeah. So Thomas Edison, we heard this quote recently because we're studying together as a family on having successful mindset. Yes. Thomas Edison said, if we did all the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves.
You like that, right?
Let that sink in, okay? We literally astound ourselves. If you did those things, what you thought about, everything you see around you started as an idea. If you see those things that you thought, if you do those things that you thought about, you would amaze yourself.
Yes,
you would amaze the people around you. Like, hey, this is Jerry down the street. How do you do this? A and B and C.
It started with a thought, and that's the thing with your talents. It all starts with a thought. I emphasize to my kids, everything you see physically, it started with an idea, whether it was God or a person. Everything, your from your ceiling to your floor to everything in between started off with a human thinking it, except for the creation outside God stuff. But most stuff out that you see is from person that had a thought that put their talent into work, and now a millionaire or dead or something.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So that's all we got for you today. Hopefully you're prepared for what we have more in this series. Yes. We're going to be getting in the future. We're going to be more plan to talk about your belief in yourself. It sounds very cliche, but it is real. You have to believe that you can be successful. And there are a lot of things that can block you from doing that. So we look forward to getting that to you. Go ahead and like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, just like the page so you can get more videos. Yeah, thanks.
No, that's it.
All right, we're Jay and Jen, Empower People, Empower Change. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we can go ahead and give you more content that will be able to give you a better life. We're looking forward ahead.
Yes. All right, bye.
Bye, guys.